From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a big day here on crypto with the top Metaverse coins to invest in. What are the best Metaverse crypto coins to be buying? We'll be looking at the live charts right now and looking at where crypto, specifically Metaverse coins, are trading today, and get a signal whether the Federal Reserve's announcement on the 14th and 15th of December will signal a downturn for Metaverse and other cryptocurrency investments. We'll be looking at the erosion of Bitcoin and Ethereum and other coins in the big cap and why their downturn has been bringing other coins across the board as well. What are the best Metaverse coins to invest in? When are the best price points to buy them? In this recording, I'm going to show you that I think this week may be the best week to buy Metaverse coins of nearly the last few weeks since Halloween. We're going to be looking at a lot of coins to start to understand where the market is. We'll be looking at Bitcoin, of course, and also Ethereum. We'll be then looking into Decentraland, clearly the top pick of this channel for Metaverse coins. But the erosion of its price point, clearly an issue. I'll show you where to grab it if you haven't. We'll be looking at Axie Infinity as well and where it's going and what you should think about for investing in that coin as a Metaverse play as well. Then we'll be looking at other coins like the Sandbox that has really pulled back dramatically despite its play in the Metaverse. We'll be looking at non-Metaverse coins, of course, as well, and Aave, and where to price this market going into these final days of 2021. Doge has continued to rose across the board, and that story seems to not change, but Ethereum and Bitcoin are falling below those price points now signal that with a resistance level being broken daily by Bit and Ethereum, could we be going into new lows into the new year? Those details and more as we choose the best cryptocurrency and best Metaverse coins to be buying. I'll show you where to buy those Metaverse plays and how to buy them, when to buy them. With a downturning market, those incredible details and more going into today's recording. But first, subscribe. I want you part of this incredible family. Fastest growing cryptocurrency channel there is. And now we have a series of Metaverse channels, shows coming to this channel. Both Metaverse live on the morning in Mornings Crypto every day at 10 a.m. and then Metaverse and Crypto live overnight starting at 3:45 every day. But a new specific Metaverse show coming to this channel about how to make money in the Metaverse coming as a new standalone show and series to this channel in the next few days. And with that, let's go into the market as a whole. Where are we and what should you know? First, Tuesday and Wednesday, December 14th and December 15th, are critical days because the Federal Reserve is about to announce its policies for next year. I'm not going to go too much on the policies just yet, but I want to tell you that if I'm straight on in my accuracy of predicting where the Federal Reserve is going to announce, if I'm right, we're going to see a market correction of the stock market and an erosion of crypto prices. The last 2 weeks, there's been 3 economic data points that came in, and each time the economic data points were stronger than initially thought, crypto crashed down 50%, stocks down 1,000 points for the Dow Jones. That is likely to happen December 14th and December 15th when the Federal Reserve announces its policies for next year. I'll cover that in just a second. But let's first go right into crypto, the best cryptocurrency Metaverse coins to buy into. And then I'm going to go over when to buy those cryptocurrency coins based upon the events of the Federal Reserve this week. All right, what are the best Metaverse coins to be buying? I think you should really only be buying Decentraland and nothing else. I really do think it's the best coin there is out there. Now, there are 2 other picks, and I'm going to go them over as well. Decentraland is a strange anomaly on this channel. Why? Because I've been covering Decentraland as a Metaverse coin since early April of this channel in 2021, and I covered it when it was a coin that took literally 3 months to go from 40 cents to 70 cents. It was going up about 1 to 2 cents a day. It was a very bland, boring coin. Even in a market in which coins were very volatile, it was very, very bland. It took all those months to get to 70 cents. It finally got to $1 in the summer. And then we had one PCR, one People's Republic of China crash. And it lost that entire run and went back down to 70 cents. But it wasn't a pure Metaverse play. People were not making it was not a Metaverse hype play at the moment. There was no hype about Metaverse, and while people were in the space, we certainly didn't have the hype that we had today. And right before Halloween, a series of events came out, and you know what they were. First, we had the announcement from Facebook that they were investing enormous sums to build out their own metaverse. That was the day at which Decentraland was about $1, maybe 90 cents. I said buy. I said buy then, because now we have a major entrant into the metaverse play, Facebook. Then 2 days later, Facebook announced its rebranding as Meta. And that is where Decentraland made the run. It made a huge run. And let me show you the chart so you understand how it was impacted by the Facebook news specifically and how we've been able to really play on this announcement. So it has been still a very recent occurrence. Let's look at the play across the board. So we have to go out. It's been more than a month because it happened right before Halloween. And here is what happened. We were hovering in the 70, 79. The investment in the metaverse announcement came from Facebook right around Halloween. I said buy. So that's when it brought up to about $1.20. Then by the end of that day, it was still about $1.40. 2 days later, Facebook rebranded as Meta. And that is when it shot to $3.31. Okay, so $3.31. By that point, all my viewers had bought into Decentraland. And we're sitting very pretty. I said that get ready for a pullback. It's going to devalue because people have owned it for a while and just going to sell. They were not interested as a long-term hold. And get ready to buy it on a nice price point, maybe in the low twos. Well, it fell all the way down to a 260. Some viewers got it. And then that run came. The run just ran. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it went all the way. How high did it go? We got to know this number because this is a number we're going to use as a benchmark for a while. 525. So got to remember that number. 525. And that number came in, and that is probably the same peak that you're going to see in the other metaverse coins. At that point, started to erode. Now, it did not erode, and I need to make this very clear to you. It did not erode because of an anti-metaverse issue. No, it arose because of external economic factors. First, Omicron. That is when Omicron news started coming on in. Then the first of those 3 economic reports I told you in the last 2 weeks, the first one was the jobs report 2 Fridays ago that came in and showed the economy was bigger and stronger. And that freaked Wall Street, causing stocks to crash 1,000 points. That's when Decentraland started to devalue. So it's not devaluing because of metaverse. It's devaluing because of external influence. Continue to devalue, continue to go down, and now is at 340. Let's look at the 1 month chart. So the 1 month chart is actually down now, folks. We are devalued on the 1 month chart, 328. Let's look at the 1 week chart. So here's the 1 week chart. Where 1 week chart, we are devaluing day after day. Let's look at the 1 day chart. Yeah, so that even on the day, we started 360. We're down 40 cents on a $3 coin. Very, very pressing across the board. I'm going to come back to Decentraland in a second. Let's go to our next metaverse coin you want to buy into, Axie Infinity. So let's look at its movement and see if it really is moving apples and apples with Decentraland. 1 day, started the day at 105, is down now $4. Let's look at the 1 month, the 1 week. Yeah, you see the stark similarities to Decentraland. Let's look at the 3 month chart. Excuse me, let's look at the 1 month chart. Let's look at the 3 month chart now. Here's the 3 month chart. Not really the same as Decentraland. It did get that run up at Decentraland, but it peaked a little bit later, and then it sort of eroded in a different way. Let's now look at Sandbox. Let's see if I can grab it. Nope. Oh, it's down here. So here's Sandbox. All right. So Sandbox, your third metaverse coin to buy into. What would be my best pick for metaverse coins at the moment? Number 1, Decentraland, enormously. Much substantially less exciting to me is Sandbox. Least exciting to me is Axie. But let me go to Sandbox right now. So Sandbox 1 day, started the day at 5:30. It is now, what, 4.96. So that's bad. I mean, it's down 50 cents for a $5 coin. So it's down 10% in just 1 day, and we're not even done with the day. Here's the 1 week. Here's the 1 month. And 1 month is actually interesting. And here's the 3 month chart. So there you go. The 3 month chart really looks much more Decentralandish. Okay. When I started covering crypto, we did it a certain way on this channel. We talked about the charts, resistance levels. The coin is staying above $2, below $2. We're talking really deeply into charts. When we talk about crypto, it's different. When we talk about metaverse, it's totally different. When buying the best metaverse coins, you're not looking at just it's a good performing coin. You're looking at really what does the company do. Let's step back a dodge. When investing in stocks, there are two ways to invest in stocks. A substantive investor or a chartist. A chartist is a person who just looks at a chart. Oh, Apple's up 20%. I'm going to buy Apple because it's up 20%. It's up 100%. It's up 30%. Another person buys Apple because, oh, I understand they're delivering these new goggles. So you can see the virtual reality next year. And I think that's going to be a big market and they're going to make a lot of money on it. So that's why I'm buying Apple. They're very two different type of investors. They're buying the inherent value in the company versus someone's buying the stock because the price is going up. In the case of metaverse coins, you're seeing me really do this channel different now because, or at least crypto on this channel differently now, because in the case of metaverse coins, you really need to understand the play, what is substantively going on with that metaverse business, and why that metaverse business is different than another metaverse business. I think you need to know what the substantive play is, and there may be substantive news on that business by the day that's totally different than a different day before. So let's go over what these three metaverse coins are. First of all, there is more than one metaverse. The metaverse is a term to describe an environment that is created by a company and its platform. You use Google to search something on the search engine. You may use Bing to search something on a search engine. They're different platforms. You may use Yahoo Search, one of two people that uses us. They're different platforms. So there's a metaverse created by Decentraland, and it's called Decentraland. There's a metaverse created by the Sandbox, called the Sandbox, and there's one called created by Axie. They're different metaverse. There is one being created by Facebook. Of those three metaverse, which is the one that most interests me? Decentraland. Which is the next most interesting? Sandbox. The Sandbox is very big on its news-making events. It had a very big news-making brand with Snoop Dogg and continues to have news-breaking events. Decentraland does it a little bit differently. It's sort of like every day with the Sandbox. It's like this reality TV star is doing that, and this personality is doing this. I'm more interested in how the platform operates, how the platform generates revenue. If you're looking at the real estate purchases on Decentraland, which is many of the topics that are coming to this new show on this channel about the metaverse, not about buying the coin, but about making money in the platform. There are real estate plots selling in the metaverse of Decentraland, and those real estate plots are tied to the Decentraland coin. And the more people who are selling real estate, the more people who want to own the metaverse coin. So what am I telling you? Very simply, is that if you see a market moving towards a real estate investing play more in one metaverse coin than another, then that's a metaverse coin you want to buy. I see it really with Decentraland. I see more people going in and buying real estate in Decentraland and then Sandbox than really anywhere else. There's a lot of articles out there talking about people wanting to buy real estate next to Snoop Dogg's position in the Sandbox. They want to buy the real estate lot next to him and spending big dollars. It's the same issue in Decentraland. So you're going to be buying the lot, the real estate with your coin. That is why that coin brings inherent value. This is something totally different to a lot of people. You may have just looked at Bitcoin and say, oh, I just want to buy Bitcoin cheap. I want to sell it expensive. I want to buy it cheap and sell it big. I don't really know anything about what's going on with Bitcoin, but I know the prices and I know what I want to buy. In the case of Metaverse, it's a little bit different. I want you to know. So if you're stalking a coin, which I teach viewers on this channel, stalking the coin, you're stalking it for the price point. I also want you to stalk it for the news making events of that metaverse. If Decentraland announces a major deal tomorrow with a major U.S. Fortune 500 company saying we're going to have 5 lots on that Fortune 500 company, and this is what the lots are going to do, or announces a major new casino or a major new business that's coming to the metaverse, that is a reason why there may be a pop. The coin may pop, and everyone else is like, oh, it's up because it's just there's a big whale coming and buying. No, it's popping because people heard the news. The people heard the news. There's inherent value at play. That is why when you're buying into the metaverse coins, you need to understand the news outside of just the chart. All right, let's go in now into the price point. Where would I buy them? And when would I buy them? In the case of Decentraland, I told viewers to buy it at 70 cents. So if you didn't buy it at 70 cents or $1, I'm sorry. Yeah, because it's still not going down that low. And I don't think it's going back down to $1 anytime soon. I don't see that happening. I see Decentraland as being a very expensive coin in a very short period of time. Very, very expensive coin. I see it as, let's just look at the chart right now. I'll just, rather than talk in the vacuum, let's just jump right into the chart where I see Decentraland going. In the case of Decentraland, let's pull up the chart. Here we go. I see this as when external economic factors settle down, I see this going to $10 right away. When it first had that pop after Facebook, I said it's going to $5 by the end of the year. Well, I was right. The only difference is it went to $5 in 2 weeks and then came back down. So I told viewers at the time, buy it at 70 cents and go to $5. It got to $5 just in 2 days. Where do I see it end in the year? It's too dependent on what's going on with the Federal Reserve. So give me 2 days on that. But I do see this as a $10 coin in less than 6 months. I see this as $10 coin in less than 6 months. And then long term, I just see this as a very expensive coin. It could be $20, $30, $40, $50 coin. It absolutely could be that. There's no reason it shouldn't be. And I think it's going to be really gauged by the external entrances into the metaverse. Let's go into the sandbox next. Where do I see the sandbox going? The same thing. I mean, notice they're very similarly priced coins. So I just see them going the same price points. I think, some people like to diversify, so maybe you want to own some sandbox and Decentraland. I don't always subscribe to that much diversification. So I would just own Decentraland before sandbox. But if you want to own both, then own both across the board. Now, let's go over when to buy. Okay, so this is where we go back to our basics. Back in the spring of this year, I told viewers, when buying crypto, need to understand that crypto being impacted by external influences. For example, Delta being discovered, Omicron being discovered. Those are external influences that will bring cryptocurrency down. Why is cryptocurrency impacted by it? Because a lot of people who buy crypto also buy stocks. And when stocks go down, crypto goes down. Why? Because the concept of stocks is that you bought a stock assessing the risk appropriately. You think you've assessed the risk accurately so that when a bad event happens, you've already predicted that bad event to happen. When in the case of a crash of stocks, it means that a lot of people did not get it right. They did not assess the risk right. Something happened and they had it wrong, and now they're in a bind and they have to get out. They may have to get out because they bought it on debt, bought it on margin, or they want to get out because they say, I'm losing my shirt because I thought this was a safe stock buy. Why is crypto impacted by stocks crashing? Crypto is impacted by stocks crashing because people need to clear up cash and clear up risk. They understand that crypto is more risky than even the most risky stocks. And when stocks become risky that were not risky, they want to remove that risk in their portfolio by eliminating other risks, which is crypto. So they'll sell the crypto to remove the risk when there's new risk in the stock market. Also, they sometimes just need cash. They need cash because a margin call has come in on their stock position. When stocks crash, they bought it on debt. They don't have the cash for it. So that they clear up cash, they're going to sell some crypto. That is why crypto will crash. All right, so with that, when would I buy the Metaverse coins? I would really be right on top of your phone and watch December 14th and December 15th with whatever's happening with the Federal Reserve. My prediction off this channel for the last week is that the Federal Reserve very likely will announce a Fed tightening that was not the predicted course of action no less than a month ago, and will announce on December 14th and December 15th. I'm predicting that the Federal Reserve will, one, come in and say, we're going to do a tapering, and the tapering may be faster. And it's possible we may have 2 interest rate spikes next year, and possibly the first interest rate spike may come in Q1. If that's the case, you're going to see stocks to really, really crash. Now, if the Federal Reserve does a slighter version of that, you're still going to see the market down because the stock market is baked in with the following risk. Slow tapering by the Federal Reserve. And tapering means it's no longer buying those asset-backed mortgage securities that they've been buying since the start of the pandemic. And one interest rate spike at the end of 2022, that is the baked-in risk. If it's anything worse than that, then stocks are going to crash. And you saw what happened last time. When the jobs number came in 2 weeks ago, and the jobs number was bigger than anyone anticipated, signaling that the stock market that the Fed is going to come in really aggressively on December 14th to December 15th. Crypto crashed. Crypto went down 50%. That is those days you saw on those charts. The crash in crypto was caused not by Omicron, but by that jobs number. There's been 2 economic data numbers that came in thereafter. There's no more economic data for the rest of the year, folks, so you're good with that. There was the unemployment number too good, and then there was the inflation number too high, 6.9%. So these numbers coming in way too hot is just people getting very anxious and nervous about the Fed saying aggressive stuff on December 14th and December 15th. If the Fed comes in, doesn't say anything aggressive, then get ready to zoom to the moon because your stocks may have a big Santa Claus rally, which they usually do, which means they go up during the Christmas weeks, and your crypto may have a big Santa Claus rally. Very, very fascinating. So stay with me, especially over the next few days. That's why today's video is so important. Join me today on every day on this channel with 2 shows. Morning's Crypto, covering the Metaverse at 10 a.m. Then starting at 3:45 p.m. in an overnight run across the board. And with that, I want you part of this incredible family. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. Like this video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Stay informed, stay focused, have a beautiful day, and stay with LA.